Your soul can feel it already, can't it? That electric charge running through your body right now, that restless energy building beneath your skin like lightning preparing to strike. On February 4th, 2026, at exactly 27 degrees and 28 minutes of Taurus, Uranus, the Great Awakener, stations direct after months of retrograde introspection. And this isn't just another planetary shift. This is the final direct station of Uranus in Taurus before it permanently exits into Gemini in April, which means this is your last cosmic opportunity to complete the revolution that began in 2018. This is the closing of an 8-year portal. This is the final awakening. This is the moment your soul has been preparing for. Even if your mind doesn't fully understand why everything in your life suddenly feels like it's reaching a breaking point, you are standing at the edge of something massive, something irreversible, something destined, and your energy field already knows it. This transit is not gentle, it is precise, it is powerful. And it is happening whether you resist it or surrender to it. Before we go deeper into this cosmic breakthrough, if you can already feel this Uranus energy activating in your life, leave a like and subscribe so the universe knows you're ready to step through this portal. Drop a comment saying, "I claim my final awakening to lock in this frequency." Let's dive in. Uranus has been retrograde since September 6, 2025, when it stationed at 1 degree Gemini and then slipped back into Taurus in November. For the past 5 months, you have been in a deep review period, a time of internal recalibration, a cosmic invitation to revisit every change, every disruption, every revelation that Uranus in Taurus has brought since 2018. This retrograde asked you to go back and finish what you started, to complete the inner work, to release the attachments that have been quietly suffocating your growth, to look honestly at where you have been clinging to stability that isn't actually stable, to security that has become a prison, to comfort zones that have transformed into cages. And now, as Uranus pivots direct at 27 degrees Taurus on February 4th, all of that internal work is about to externalize. What you have been processing privately is about to manifest publicly. What you have been sensing intuitively is about to become undeniably real. The universe has spent 5 months preparing you for this exact moment, and that moment is now. Uranus in Taurus has been one of the most transformative transits of our generation. Since May 2018, this cosmic rebel has been shaking the foundations of everything Taurus represents: money, values, resources, physical security, the body, the earth, material stability. Uranus does not arrive to maintain the status quo. Uranus arrives to dismantle outdated structures and awaken you to new possibilities. It breaks down what is rigid so that what is authentic can emerge. It shatters illusions of permanence so you can build something that actually serves your evolution. For 8 years, Uranus in Taurus has been asking you one relentless question: what do you truly value, and are you living in alignment with that truth? On a collective level, we have witnessed financial systems destabilize, economies shift, technological innovations redefine how we interact with money, climate crises force us to reconsider our relationship with the earth, and movements toward sustainability, minimalism, and conscious consumption gain momentum. On a personal level, Uranus in Taurus has disrupted your sense of security. It has asked you to release attachments to things, people, jobs, identities that once felt essential but have become limitations. It has pushed you toward financial independence, toward redefining what wealth means to you, toward discovering that true security does not come from external circumstances, but from internal alignment. And now, as Uranus stations direct for the final time in Taurus, this is the completion moment. This is when everything Uranus has been teaching you since 2018 finally clicks into place. This is when the changes you have resisted become unavoidable. This is when the breakthroughs you have been waiting for arrive. Uranus does not station direct to bring you back to where you were. It stations direct to catapult you forward into the life you have been building through all the chaos, all the uncertainty, all the uncomfortable growth. This direct station at 27 degrees Taurus is significant because it activates the final degrees of this sign, the anaretic zone, the crisis degrees, the point of no return. If you have planets or angles between 25 and 29 degrees of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, you are feeling this transit with seismic intensity. This is your moment of reckoning. This is your cosmic checkpoint. This is where the universe asks, have you truly changed, or have you simply been waiting for things to go back to normal? Because normal is not coming back. The life you are being called into requires you to embody the shifts Uranus has been initiating. And that embodiment begins now. Uranus direct brings a surge of forward momentum that feels like waking up after years of sleepwalking. When Uranus is retrograde, the changes happen internally, quietly, subtly, beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. But when Uranus goes direct, those internal shifts explode into external reality. Decisions that have been brewing for months suddenly become urgent. Changes you have been contemplating suddenly become necessary. Situations you have been tolerating suddenly become intolerable. The energy shifts from reflection to action, from contemplation to manifestation, from patience to urgency. And this particular direct station is especially potent because it is the last one in Taurus. Uranus will leave Taurus for good on April 25, 2026, entering Gemini and beginning a brand new 7-year cycle. So this direct station is your final push, your last opportunity to complete the Taurus revolution, your closing portal to align with the values, the stability, the resources, the physical reality that matches your true self rather than the self you outgrew years ago. Over the next 2.5 months, between February 4th and April 25th, you will experience an acceleration unlike anything you have felt in years. This is not a time for hesitation. This is not a time for second-guessing. This is not a time for clinging to what feels familiar simply because it is familiar. This is a time for bold action, for courageous choices, for trusting that the instability you feel is not a sign that something is wrong, but a sign that something is finally right. Uranus rewards those who are willing to embrace uncertainty in service of authenticity. It rewards those who choose freedom over security, evolution over comfort, truth over convenience. And it does not wait for you to feel ready. It pushes you forward whether you feel prepared or not, because your soul is ready, even if your ego is terrified. Now let's talk about who is feeling this the most intensely. Uranus stations direct at 27 degrees Taurus, which means if you are a fixed sign, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius, and you have personal planets or angles between 25 and 29 degrees of your sign, this direct station is activating a major turning point in your life. But beyond those with direct placements, there are 4 zodiac signs that are experiencing this. Uranus direct as a complete identity shift, a values revolution, a reality rewrite. These are the signs whose lives will look fundamentally different by the time Uranus leaves Taurus in late April. And if you are one of them, you already know it because you have been feeling the pressure building for weeks. Taurus, this is your grand finale. Uranus has been moving through your first house of identity since 2018, which means for 8 years you have been going through the most radical transformation of your entire life. Your sense of self has been dismantled and rebuilt. Your identity has been questioned, reshaped, and redefined. You are not the same person you were in 2018, and you are not supposed to be. Uranus in your first house awakens you to who you truly are, beneath all the conditioning, all the expectations, all the roles you have played to keep others comfortable. And now, as Uranus stations direct for the final time in your sign, you are stepping fully into the version of yourself that has been emerging through all the chaos. This direct station at 27 degrees Taurus is asking you, are you ready to own this new identity completely? Are you ready to stop apologizing for how much you have changed? Are you ready to stop trying to fit back into the life you outgrew because the universe is done giving you permission? It is demanding that you give yourself permission. Over the next 2.5 months, you will feel an intense push to express yourself authentically, to make choices that honor your true values, even if they disrupt others' expectations, to step into a version of your life that reflects who you actually are, not who you used to be. You may change your appearance, your style, your energy. You may walk away from relationships or situations that require you to dim your light. You may take risks that terrify you but excite your soul. This is your final liberation from the old you. Do not waste it by playing small. Leo, Uranus has been squaring your sun from your 10th house of career, public image and legacy. For 8 years, your professional life has been unpredictable, unstable and constantly shifting. You may have changed careers multiple times, experienced sudden job losses or unexpected promotions, struggled with authority figures, or felt a relentless urge to break free from conventional career paths. This Uranus square has been teaching you that true success is not about status or approval, but about alignment and authenticity. And now, as Uranus stations direct at 27 degrees Taurus, your career path is about to stabilize, but not in the way you expected. This is not a return to traditional security. This is a breakthrough into a career that actually matches your soul's purpose. Between now and late April, you may receive a job offer that changes everything. Launch a business you have been building quietly, gain sudden recognition for work you have been doing behind the scenes, or walk away from a professional identity that no longer serves you. The key is to trust the instability, trust the unconventional path. Trust that the universe is guiding you toward a version of success that does not require you to sacrifice your authenticity. Your legacy is being rewritten in real time. Let it. Scorpio, Uranus has been opposing your sun from your 7th house of relationships and partnerships. For 8 years, your connections have been tested, transformed, and redefined. Relationships that were not built on authenticity have crumbled. Partnerships that restricted your growth have ended. And through all of it, you have been learning what true partnership actually means. Not codependency, not compromise at the expense of your soul, but mutual evolution, equal freedom, authentic connection. As Uranus stations direct at 27 degrees Taurus, your relationship reality is about to shift dramatically. If you have been in a partnership that has been unstable or uncertain, this direct station brings clarity. Either the relationship transforms into something more authentic, or it ends to make space for something aligned. If you are single, this direct station may bring a sudden, unexpected connection that feels electric, fated, and completely different from anything you have experienced before. The universe is done letting you settle for connections that drain you. It is guiding you toward partnerships that liberate you. Between now and late April, be willing to release relationships that require you to be less than you are. Be willing to embrace connections that challenge you to grow. Your relationship standards are rising. Honor them. Aquarius, Uranus has been squaring your sun from your 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundations. For 8 years, your sense of belonging has been uprooted. You may have moved multiple times, experienced family disruptions, struggled with feeling emotionally grounded, or felt a constant restlessness about where you actually belong. This Uranus square has been teaching you that home is not a place. Home is a frequency, and you have been building that frequency within yourself. As Uranus stations direct at 27 degrees Taurus, your emotional foundation is solidifying, but not in a traditional sense. This is not about finding the perfect physical space. This is about finally feeling at home in your own skin, in your own life, in your own truth. Between now and late April, you may make a major move, change your living situation, release family patterns that have been suffocating you, or create a home environment that truly reflects your authentic self. The key is to stop waiting for external circumstances to make you feel secure. Your security comes from within. And once you anchor into that internal foundation, everything external begins to align. You are building a life that feels like home. Trust the process. Beyond these 4 signs, everyone with placements in late degrees of fixed signs is experiencing this direct station as a cosmic turning point. But even if you do not have direct placements, you are still feeling the collective shift. Uranus direct in Taurus is waking up humanity's relationship with the Earth, with resources, with what we value, with how we define security. And that awakening is not gentle, it is urgent, it is necessary, and it is happening now. Here is what you need to do between now and April 25th, when Uranus leaves Taurus for good. First, identify what has been unstable in your life since 2018. Your finances, your living situation, your sense of security, your physical body, your values. Whatever has felt unpredictable or chaotic is the area where Uranus has been doing its deepest work. And now, as Uranus goes direct, you have 2.5 months to complete that work, to make the changes you have been avoiding, to release the attachments you have been clinging to step into the new reality that has been forming beneath the surface. Second, trust the sudden shifts. Uranus direct brings unexpected events, sudden opportunities, rapid changes that feel destabilizing at first, but are actually redirecting you toward alignment. If something falls apart between now and late April, it is because it was never built to last. Let it go. If something new arrives suddenly, do not dismiss it as too risky or too unconventional. Uranus rewards those who are willing to take inspired action even when it does not make logical sense. Third, embody the changes. Uranus does not bring transformation so you can stay the same. It brings transformation so you can become who you are meant to be. If you have been changing internally but living the same external life, this direct station will push you to align your actions with your evolution. Change your habits, change your environment, change your relationships, change your choices. The universe is done letting you hide your growth. This is also a powerful time to work with the physical body. Taurus rules the physical realm, the body, the senses, the tangible world. Uranus in Taurus has been awakening you to new ways of relating to your body, new healing modalities, new understandings of health and wellness. As Uranus goes direct, you may experience sudden breakthroughs in your physical health, unexpected insights about what your body needs, or a strong urge to change your diet, exercise, or self-care practices. Listen to your body. It is communicating with you. It is guiding you. It knows what needs to shift. This is also a time when technology related to the body, wearable tech, biohacking, alternative medicine becomes even more prominent. If you've been exploring new ways to support your physical health, this direct station amplifies that exploration. Trust your instincts. Your body is part of your awakening. Financially, Uranus direct in Taurus brings sudden shifts in income, unexpected expenses, or new opportunities to earn money in unconventional ways. If you have been building a side business, exploring alternative income streams, or rethinking your relationship with money, this direct station accelerates that process. You may receive a sudden financial breakthrough, an unexpected payment, or a new opportunity that changes your financial reality. But Uranus also disrupts financial security that is built on unstable foundations. If your income has been inconsistent or dependent on something unreliable, this direct station may bring that instability to a head. The key is to build financial security that is rooted in your authentic values, not in external approval or societal expectations. True wealth is alignment, and alignment is freedom. On a collective level, Uranus direct in Taurus will bring rapid shifts in global economies, technological innovations related to finance and resources, and increased focus on environmental sustainability. We may see sudden changes in currency systems, breakthroughs in renewable energy, or disruptions in supply chains that force humanity to rethink how we consume and distribute resources. This is not collapse, this is evolution. And those who are willing to adapt, to innovate, to release old paradigms will thrive in this new reality. Spiritually, Uranus direct at 27 degrees Taurus is a portal of awakening. This is not intellectual awakening. This is embodied awakening. This is the moment when your spiritual insights become grounded in your physical reality, when your intuition becomes action, when your inner knowing becomes outer expression. Uranus is the planet of sudden enlightenment, the lightning bolt of realization that changes everything in an instant. And when it stations direct in Taurus, that enlightenment becomes tangible. You may experience a sudden spiritual breakthrough that shifts your entire perspective. You may feel a deep knowing rise from within you, a clarity that feels like remembering rather than learning. You may sense your higher self speaking louder, guiding you more directly, pulling you toward the life you are meant to live. This is not subtle. This is unmistakable. This is the universe removing the veil and showing you the truth. The next 2.5 months are the completion of an 8-year cycle. Everything Uranus has been teaching you since 2018 is coming to fruition. Every change you resisted is revealing its purpose. Every disruption you endured is showing its gift. Every moment of instability is proving to have been redirection. You have been through the chaos. You have survived the uncertainty. You have grown through the discomfort. And now, as Uranus stations direct for the final time in Taurus, you are ready. You are ready to step into the life that all of this has been preparing you for. You are ready to embody the changes you have been cultivating. You are ready to trust that the instability was never a punishment, but a portal. Look back at every moment since 2018 when you felt like everything was falling apart. When you lost the job you thought you needed. When the relationship you clung to ended. When your financial security crumbled. When your sense of identity dissolved. When the life you built so carefully came undone piece by piece. At the time, those moments felt like devastation. They felt like failure. They felt like the universe was working against you. But now, from this vantage point, can you see the truth? Can you see that every ending was actually a beginning in disguise? Can you see that you were not being punished but redirected? Can you see that the universe was not taking things away from you, but clearing space for what truly belonged in your life? Every change you resisted was actually trying to free you. That job you lost was suffocating your potential. That relationship that ended was keeping you small. That financial crisis was showing you that your security was built on something external and therefore inherently unstable. That identity crisis was inviting you to discover who you actually are beneath all the roles you have been playing. Uranus in Taurus has been stripping away everything that was not authentically yours, so that you could finally build a life on a foundation of truth. And the stripping away process is painful. It feels like loss. It feels like chaos. It feels like your entire world is being dismantled. But what comes after the dismantling is reconstruction. What comes after the breakdown is breakthrough. What comes after the chaos is clarity. And the clarity is arriving now. Between February 4th and April 25th, everything that Uranus has been teaching you will crystallize into undeniable understanding. You will see why certain doors closed. You will understand why certain people left. You will recognize why certain plans fell apart. You will realize that the universe was not working against you but conspiring on your behalf, guiding you toward a version of your life that you could not have envisioned when you were still attached to the old paradigm. This is the completion phase. This is when all the scattered pieces come together to reveal the bigger picture. This is when you finally understand that you were never lost. You were always being guided, even when it felt like you were wandering in the dark. Every disruption you endured has been molding you into someone capable of living the life you are about to step into. Think about who you were in 2018. Would that version of you have been able to handle what is coming now? Would that version of you have had the strength, the resilience, the wisdom, the courage to embrace the opportunities that are about to present themselves? No. You needed to be broken down so you could be rebuilt stronger. You needed to be destabilized so you could learn that true stability comes from within. You needed to lose everything external so you could discover the unshakable foundation of your own soul. Uranus in Taurus was not destroying you, it was forging you. And the person you have become through this 8-year transit is someone who can no longer be confined by old limitations, someone who can no longer settle for a life that does not honor their truth, someone who is finally ready to claim their power. Every moment of instability was redirection. Every time you felt like you were failing, you were actually being redirected toward your true path. Every time you felt like you were losing ground, you were actually being positioned for something better. Every time you felt like the universe had abandoned you, it was actually working overtime behind the scenes to orchestrate the perfect timing for your breakthrough. Uranus does not move in straight lines. It moves in lightning bolts, sudden shifts that seem random but are actually divinely orchestrated. And now, as Uranus stations direct for the final time in Taurus, all of those lightning bolt moments are revealing themselves as part of a larger design. You are never off course. You are always exactly where you needed to be. And you are exactly where you need to be right now. You have been through the chaos, and you survived. You did not just survive, you transformed. You are not the same person you were when this transit began. You are wiser, stronger, more authentic, more aligned. You have shed layers of conditioning that were never yours to carry. You have released attachments that were weighing you down. You have walked away from situations that were draining your life force. You have said no to what does not serve you, and yes to what lights you up. And all of that growth, all of that evolution, all of that courage has been preparing you for this exact moment. This is the moment when you step fully into the life you have been building, brick by brick through every challenge, every lesson, every transformation. And now, as Uranus stations direct for the final time in Taurus, you are ready. Not ready in the sense that you have all the answers, or that you feel completely confident, or that the path ahead is clear. Ready in the sense that your soul has been prepared. Ready in the sense that you have developed the inner resources to navigate whatever comes next. Ready in the sense that you have learned to trust the process even when you cannot see the destination. You are ready to step into the life that all of this has been preparing you for. You are ready to embody the changes you have been cultivating internally. You are ready to live as the person you have become through this 8-year initiation. You are ready to trust that the instability was never a punishment, but a portal, a doorway into a reality that your old self could never have accessed. This is your final awakening in Taurus. This is the last chapter of this particular story, the closing scene of this act before the curtain rises on something entirely new. This is your last opportunity to complete the revolution that Uranus began in 2018. And completion does not mean perfection. Completion means integration. It means taking everything you have learned and weaving it into your daily life. It means taking every breakthrough you have had and translating it into tangible action. It means taking every realization and using it to make different choices moving forward. Between now and late April, you have a sacred window of time to finalize the changes, to solidify the shifts, to anchor the new reality that has been forming in the invisible realms into the physical world. This is the moment your soul has been building toward for 8 years, not because there is some arbitrary finish line you need to cross, but because your soul has a plan, a timeline, a destiny path that is unfolding with cosmic precision. And this moment, February 4th through April 25th, is a critical juncture on that path. This is when everything you have been working toward internally is ready to manifest externally. This is when the seeds you planted through your growth, your healing, your courage begin to sprout visibly in your life. This is when the universe says, you have done the inner work. Now let me show you what that inner work has created in your outer reality. Do not waste it by staying comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of evolution. Comfort is where growth goes to die. Comfort is what keeps you playing small, living half your potential, accepting a version of life that is safe, but soul-crushing. Uranus in Taurus has spent 8 years making you uncomfortable for a reason. It has disrupted your comfort zone so you would have no choice but to expand. And now, as this transit completes, the temptation will be strong to retreat back into comfort, to try to recreate some version of stability that feels familiar. Do not do it. Do not betray the person you have become by shrinking back into the life you outgrew. Comfort will always be available. But this portal, this energy, this cosmic momentum is time-limited. Use it. Ride it. Let it carry you into the next chapter. Do not waste it by playing it safe. Safety is an illusion. The safest choice you can make is to honor your truth, to follow your soul's guidance, to trust that the universe has your back, even when the path looks uncertain. Playing it safe means ignoring your intuition, settling for less than you deserve, choosing security over authenticity. And after 8 years of Uranus in Taurus, teaching you that external security is unstable, that true security comes from alignment, why would you choose the illusion of safety over the reality of soul-directed living? You have learned that the riskiest thing you can do is ignore your inner knowing. You have learned that the most dangerous path is the one that keeps you comfortable but unfulfilled. Do not forget those lessons now. The universe is asking you to be brave one more time. Be brave enough to claim what you actually want instead of what you think you should want. Do not waste it by waiting for permission that will never come. No one is going to give you permission to live your truth. No one is going to validate your choices. No one is going to tell you that you are allowed to want something different, to be someone different, to create a life that does not fit the mold. You have to give yourself permission. You have to validate your own knowing. You have to trust your own vision, even when no one else can see it yet. Uranus does not ask for permission. It breaks rules. It defies expectations. It follows an inner authority that is louder than any external voice. And after 8 years of this energy moving through Taurus, you have learned to access that inner authority within yourself. You know what is true for you. You know what you value. You know what you need to do. Stop waiting for the world to catch up. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. The moment is now. The universe is giving you the green light. Every sign, every synchronicity, every intuitive hit you have been receiving is the universe saying yes, go, now, this is your time. The portal is open, not metaphorically, energetically. There is a window of cosmic support available between now and late April that will not be available in the same way once Uranus moves into Gemini. This is your moment to harness the final surge of Uranus in Taurus energy and use it to propel yourself forward. The energy is activating in your body, in your field, in your life. You can feel it, that restless urgency, that electric anticipation, that sense that something big is about to shift. Trust it. That is not anxiety. That is activation. That is your soul recognizing that the time has come. And the only question left is, are you willing to walk through it? Are you willing to step through this portal into the unknown? Are you willing to release whatever is left of the old life and fully embrace the new? Are you willing to trust that everything Uranus has put you through was preparation for something extraordinary? As Uranus stations direct at 27 degrees Taurus on February 4th, 2026, feel the electric current moving through your body. Feel the awakening stirring in your soul. Feel the future pulling you forward with a force you can no longer resist. You are not the same person you were in 2018. You are not meant to be. You have been liberated, transformed, awakened. And now it is time to live that truth fully, boldly, unapologetically. The final awakening has arrived. Your soul is ready, your life is shifting, and the universe is watching, supporting, guiding you into the reality you were always meant to inhabit. This is not the end. This is the beginning of everything. If this message activated something deep within you, leave a like and subscribe to stay aligned with every cosmic shift guiding you forward. Drop "I claim my final awakening" in the comments to seal this energy into your reality. The portal is open. Uranus is direct. Your revolution is complete. Step through.